I am Srijita and I'm going to talk about the books I read in the month of April. Well, I read 5 books in the month of April. So let's talk about them and I'm going to rate them and tell you how they were, if you should read them or if you should maybe abstain. So the first book I read in the month of April is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. It's Miller. Well, something. Well, it falls under the genres of mythology, fantasy, and queer romance. Our main guy is Achilles. He is a demigod and he is supposedly the best soldier in the Greek. And then there's Patroclus. Patroclus is really his partner. There's romance going on and they have a really, romantic friendship, and it's really friends to lovers if now that I recount it. But it's good. I think the romantic part was written really well, was developed well, but at the same time Patroclus had this entire segment where he says that who is he if it's not for Achilles existence. He lives because of Achilles, which I get is romantic in a sense, but there's also, I don't know how modern readers would perceive that, but I think the main point of the story, you get to read about it from the middle, is that Helen of Sparta is actually kidnapped by Paris from Troy. So since Achilles is this great soldier, he has to go and reclaim her for the Greeks. So now towards the end of the same war, Patroclus wants to end it. He just wants to end the suffering because war is not good and there's just been too much collateral damage. But Achilles is selfish. That's the only way to define it. Achilles gets selfish and he does not end the war. So now Patroclus becomes this brave man. He wears Achilles' armor and he goes to fight Hector. Guess what? He gets killed. Now Achilles, seeing that, he gets so mad, and then they go, and then Achilles kills Hector in this really bad way, I'd say, almost disgusting. But other than that, the part where Achilles just got selfish and let Patroclus go by himself, I absolutely loved the book. It is really but a romantic retelling of Homer's Iliad. I have personally not read it, so I cannot comment on that. But I feel it's very well written and the plot really develops well. Characters, I think even they develop well. So it's a 4.8 rating for me. It's also a renowned book, so there's that. Now for my favorite, I think this has to be the favorite book I've ever read. So it is My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. I think this was also a first book. This was a debut book. It's really good. So it's a 5-star read for me, of course. But it is actually about Vanessa Y, who is 15 years old, who gets entangled in this relationship with her English teacher, Jacob Strain. So basically, there's a huge age gap, of course, and the story, goes from when Vanessa was 15 and then when Vanessa was 32. She keeps reaching back to Jacob Strain, and then there's also another victim who comes out and says that Jacob Strain, there was some kind of abuse going on, and he has often done that with many victims, and Vanessa does not know how to take that because for her it was love. She really wants to believe that and just goes on with that. It shows us the real life implications, where is she, what has happened to her career, things like that. So you should read it. You should definitely read this one. The next book on my list is called The Last Anniversary. This is actually a chick lit, so it's about Sophie, who is, by the way, our primary narrator. She broke Thomas's heart right before he was about to propose. Now she is approaching 40 and she wants a marriage, she wants a husband, kids, and she kind of does regret not marrying Thomas. Now Thomas, he actually comes from a kind of famous family in Australia. Thomas' great grandmother, I think, she and her sister, they found this baby whose parents disappeared and just left that baby. So they run a business out of that. I know, but well, it's a very interesting read. Now, what's really kept me hooked to the story were the subplots. So there's, when Connie passes away, she leaves her house to, what's the name of the girl? Sophie. So they all live on an island, and there's other family members like, Thomas's sister Veronica. Now Veronica is quite an interesting character. She is quite aggressive in her loving. There's also Grace, who is his like cousin, I guess, as much as I remember. So Grace is very beautiful, but she recently became a mother and she just cannot bring herself to love her baby. So, and there's also Veronica and Thomas's mother, I think mother or aunt, something, called Margie. Now Margie is a very interesting character. She had, she's quite fat, and her husband Ron does not really like that. So Margie starts going to this, kind of weight reducing classes called Weight Watchers. And then there she meets this other guy whose name is also, by the way, Ron. And then they go on these adventures. So overall, it is a 4-star read for me. No one, introduces a story like Lion Morty does, and I think that's quite amazing of her. The next book I read is actually The Book of Mirrors. So it's about a literary agent who receives this manuscript. It's it's a true crime. So it's about when the author of the manuscript was at college and his psychology professor died. So it talks about that. There are, I think, 3 narratives, and the book towards the beginning was very slow paced. That is something which I did not like. I was going to give up, but then I've had this sitting on my shelf for a very long time, so I did not want to do that. But overall, I'm gonna say it's a 3.5 stars for me. It was a good story, but I feel like it could have been written better. So that's it. So the next book on my list is Six of Crows, which, by the way, this is a collector's edition. I don't know why I bought it. So it's about this guy, this kind of goon gangster called Kaz Breaker. There's also a series about it, I think. So he goes on this heist with his friends, accomplices, and it's written in a style like you would feel like, even the author mentions that she took inspiration from Ocean's 8. There are subplots of romance and things like that. I liked how it was paced, but getting into the Grishaverse was quite hard for me because I did not know things from there already. Things could have been, simplified a bit more, maybe a little more information. would have been well, but also I like the characters. I want to read about them more. This is actually part of a duology. There is a second part, so I'm going to read it. But this one was quite well. I liked the story. I liked how it went. I liked the characters. But maybe simplifying it would be a better option. A lot of people really like it, I think. It's written by Leah Bugadugo and she is quite famous. So that is it, I guess. Here's my final verdict of what I think you should read. Let's start with the Book of Mirrors. Read it if you have time, if you have it lying on your bookshelf. I wouldn't say you need to necessarily, go out and get it. It's not that good, but the story is quite interesting. But then again, I feel like the pacing is really not. The next book I have is The Last Anniversary. Definitely read it. It is very good. I like the story, I like the characters. It is amazing. My Darwin. You have to read it. You don't have an option. You have to read this one. The Song of Achilles. I feel like most people have already read it. If you have not, you should try it out. I have also heard Circe by Madeline Miller is a really good book too. So I'm looking forward to read that. Read this one. Six of Crows is good. Read it. Maybe don't buy it in the hardcover. It's quite heavy. Buy it in the normal copy. You'll get it for cheap. Also, thank you for watching this video, guys. Let me know what else you would like to see on my channel. I talk about books and why you should buy them and things I do in my daily life.